there. Welcome to another exciting edition of the Springboard Hangout with Comfort Ocran. This hangout is one you don't want to miss. In today's Springboard, we're looking at breast cancer, why the pink ribbon is a symbol of resilience. Today in the studio, we have two wonderful people. We have Dr. Naa Adorkor Aryeetey. She is an oncologist. Additionally, we are privileged also to have Hajia Zainab Mohammed-Sani. She is a breast cancer survivor. How did she do it? Is it even possible? As you know, the Springboard Hangout is a program that is funded by the Springboard Roadshow Foundation in partnership with the Ghana Grows Program. Ghana Grows Program is an initiative of the Mastercard Foundation in partnership with the Springboard Roadshow Foundation. Therefore, don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Ghana, the Springboard Roadshow 2025 is here, connecting through 16 regions, inspiring 500,000 youth in one amazing experience. Join Comfort Ocran, Reverend Albert Ocran, and other amazing speakers for practical insights, mentorship, training, and real opportunities to shape your future. Entry is free. Dial *718*50# to register now or call 0308-255-775. Follow us on all social media platforms at Springboard Channel for updates. Springboard Roadshow is brought to you by Mastercard Foundation, Springboard Roadshow Foundation and partners.
Hi and welcome back to the Springboard Hangout with Comfort Ocran. Today we're talking about why pink is resilience. And why are we talking about this? We are privileged to have in the studios today, we have Dr. Naa Adorkor Aryeetey, an oncologist in Ghana, and we have Hajia Zainab Mohammed-Sani. She is a breast cancer survivor. And how does she do it? So I'm sure you're very curious to see where we're starting from. So I'm coming straight to Doc.
Hi.
Doc, how are you?
Very well, thank you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. And I've heard so much about you.
Good things, I hope.
Oh, very, very extremely good things. Extremely good things. Yes, indeed. So can you tell me what inspired your journey into oncology? In fact, the field to even become a doctor. Because I remember when I was in uni, I was like, in fact, doctor, I mean, everything, because I can't stand the blood. Why did you decide that you can not only stand it, but you would also become specialized in oncology?
Honestly, if you ask me why I became a doctor, I probably won't be able to give you an exact reason. Mm-hmm. I often joke that when I went to a medical school interview and I was asked, I said, well, I want to work for the rest of my life. Because as a child, I saw very old doctors. But I've been told that as a child, my mother always said I'll become a doctor. So maybe somewhere in the back of my mind, that was always there. And then once I finished medical school, my initial plan was to do radiology.
Okay.
So CT scan, MRI, things like that. But the part that interested me most was using all of those things to intervene. And at the time, it wasn't well established in Ghana. So I decided, you know what, the next best thing is using radiation to treat cancer. So let me go to that center and see what happens there. Within a month, I was sure that was what I wanted to do. Because I believe that you may not be able to cure everybody, but you can make the journey a nice journey. And so once I realized I could do that there, I stayed.
Wonderful.
It's
Wonderful.
14 years.
14 years. Oh, are you sure?
Oh, very sure.
I see. So what exactly is cancer?
You know, the human body is a wonderful thing. Everything is controlled. There's a balance that our body keeps. And it keeps it at the most basic level, which is the level of the cell. And we say the cell is the basic level because it's a single thing, but it's able to undergo everything that a human body is able to undertake. So eat, nutrition, it's able to reproduce, things like that. And there's a tight balance, like I said. Ordinarily, if there's an abnormality in the cell, your body will recognize it and either hold on with the cell until those abnormalities are changed or corrected, then it will go through the growth cycle. But unfortunately, sometimes due to all kinds of things, your sex, your age, the food we eat, radiation from the sun, your genetics, who your parents are, some of these abnormalities are not recognized, or even when they are recognized, the correction mechanism is not very effective. And because of that, you develop certain changes in the cell that predisposes it to overgrowing. So instead of the usual contact inhibition, so when a cell is growing, when they touch each other, they'll tell each other, we are okay, stop. But in the presence of these abnormalities I've spoken about, that doesn't happen. So the cell overgrows. But while they are overgrowing, they also acquire the ability to go to other parts of the body. That's what we call metastasis. And that is what cancer is. It's the overgrowing of cells that has the ability to go to other parts of the body. And when I say other parts of the body, I mean every part of the body. It can go into the lungs, the liver, the brain, the bone, your eyes, anywhere in the body is able to go to. And that is what cancer is. And it can affect every part of the human body.
Right.
Yes. So when it affects the breast, then we say you have breast cancer.
So you've shown us the concept of the cell multiplying, no problem. The cell it needs to stop, but it refuses to stop, and then that overgrowth leads to a challenge, and that's a challenge that Hajia you faced. So can you tell about us about your journey? How did you realize that there was something that was growing too much, too fast, and there needed to be an intervention?
Most times when I start to talk, I like to say, I wish I knew certain things.
Okay.
Yes. Usually we are told you will feel lumps in the breast. And that is what I used to hold on to. I didn't feel any lumps, but I saw something like a little boil or bump just below my nipple.
Okay.
I didn't see it to be anything dangerous because if it is breast cancer, it's no lump. And watching it, what was I applying? Mercy cream and all those. Then one day in the washroom, I called to my husband and said, I have noticed something on my breast. Then he said, Zainab, go to the hospital. But the fact is, there was no pain. But before this came, I used to get boils under my armpits. That is another signal, right, doctor?
Well, kind of.
Yes.
Kind of.
So if I knew maybe 8 years earlier, I wouldn't be telling my story as a breast cancer survivor.
Wow.
Because it would have been tackled early. So many years it comes. By the time I actually felt there was really something wrong, apart from that particular that I saw, I also noticed some kind of vein between the armpit and the breast. And gradually, the nipple was denting. If I knew, I would have done something about it earlier. I think on a number of occasions, I went to the health center. The sister in charge says, "Sister, it's not your first or your second time of coming here." So a date was set for biopsy. The results came very quick, within a matter of 2 weeks.
Thank God.
So I went, after which I wasn't menopausal, and I had to go for an oophorectomy. That is removal of the ovaries.
Okay.
Because if I continued, that was the explanation for a lay person to menstruate, there is a likelihood the other breast will be affected, the cervix, you name it. So we agreed, and the prayer was there. And Alhamdulillah, I went through and I went home. Now I've put on a lot of weight. With that one, I actually grew very lean. I had to take pictures and send to him. Your slim mama, the way you met me, I'm back to that stage.
So basically, what I hear from this beautiful journey that you are narrating to us is a matter of first understanding what kind of issue you are dealing with. From that, also bringing in the concept of faith. I mean, the fact that your faith has kept you in the space that, I mean, and gone with you through your various challenges along this journey. And then finally, I hear the positive mental attitude. And based on that, you can go through it. That is an amazing story, personal story from you, Auntie Hajia Zainab. Thank you so much. We'll be back. So we're going for a quick break. When we return, we'll continue this very interesting conversation, because I tell you, it's not easy. We'll be right back. Welcome back from the break, where we looked at the Springboard channel. If you haven't yet started looking at YouTube at the Springboard channel, I tell you, you're missing so much. Go to the YouTube, subscribe to our channel, Springboard channel, immediately. You can also join us on the various social media handles like Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and TikTok, and you get so much to learn. As you know, your Springboard is where you get everything that you need to grow in life. So we are continuing on this amazing journey where we are looking at pink being resilience. And we had a wonderful insight. From the first person perspective, well, this one is not they say, I hear like me. But this is Hajia. Hajia went through the challenge of realizing that she had a challenge with breast cancer, and then she went for the mastectomy and did the radiology and everything. Now I want Doc to tell us those various issues. Like, I mean, the things that you use to help with the healing. How is it done?
Okay, so once we suspect that you have breast cancer, and often it's a suspicion.
Okay.
And it's a suspicion based on things you tell your doctor and things the doctor will find when they examine you. So when you go, the doctor will have a conversation with you, ask what you've noticed in your breast, if you've noticed any changes. And Hajia mentioned a few of them. The truth is that the commonest thing you will find when you have breast cancer is a lump in the breast.
Okay.
It doesn't mean it's the only thing that can happen. Changes in the skin of the breast are also important. So a swelling on the skin, dimpling of the skin around the breast, your nipple, which originally was everted, so outward looking, becomes pulled in, or you have a wound on the breast. All of those things are important. And your doctor will speak to you and document all of that. And then they will go on to examine the breast, what we call the clinical breast exam. And once we've done all of these, based on what we find, then the suspicion goes higher. But we need to confirm that what we suspect is breast cancer truly is breast cancer. And we also want to make sure that the other breast doesn't have any disease. So usually we'll ask you to go and do what we call a mammogram, a diagnostic mammogram. And when you go, they would press your breast within these two plates. People do, it's a bit uncomfortable. Like
It is uncomfortable.
yes,
yeah.
it's not painful, but it's uncomfortable. But the aim is to spread out the breast tissue enough that we can actually see what is beyond your skin, right? So in order to make sure that we are able to do the tests that determine the type of cancer you have, we'd rather take a chunk of the disease. So these days we do what we call a true cut biopsy, which is a slightly bigger needle, and it takes a chunk of the disease. Once we do that, we send it to the pathologist, who under the microscope will look at the cancer cells, see whether they have gone beyond what we call the basement membrane to decide that it's invasive cancer or it is the cancer that is very early. We also would do certain special tests on them. And there are various stages. There's stage 0, there's stage 1, there's stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. The higher your stage, the more advanced your disease is. And we really don't want to meet anybody with stage 4 disease, because unfortunately that's the stage of cancer that is not curable. So at that stage, we will try and make you feel better. We will take away your symptoms, or we cannot cure the disease. We may extend your life a little bit with the medications that we give you, but we cannot cure the disease. If we find your disease earlier, stage 1, stage 2, which is the preferred, then the chances that you survive your disease is much higher. And so that's what we look for.
So how do we engage people to ask them or support them to realize that it's important to get early detection? Because when you get the early detection, it increases your chances of surviving the disease.
Correct. The most important thing that we know is to regularly examine the breast.
Right. Okay.
And there are various ways in which we can do this.
Yeah.
We encourage you, once you are more than 18 years old, to do what we call the self-breast examination.
Right.
So, and these days we have videos everywhere that shows you how to do it.
Yeah.
You stand in front of the mirror, have a look, you touch it with your hands, and then if you have anybody else who regularly has access to your breast, you can ask them to help you as well.
Okay.
And then we encourage you to do this once a month.
Right.
So after your period, when your breast is not too tender, you do that examination. And then we have what we call the clinical breast exam.
Yeah.
So this is an examination that is done by a qualified person, a doctor and nurse, who is educated to do the examinations. And we encourage that once you are 40 years and above, do this at least once every year.
Right.
And then we have what we call the mammogram. And to be honest, it is the mammogram that has been found to extend your life, because it's able to find the disease at a time when you can't even feel it with your hands. That is very, very early. So by the age of 40, we encourage that you start doing your mammograms
Once a year.
Once a year. Or every other year, depending on a few other things that your doctor will discuss with you.
I love that. I love that. So, Hajia, in this case, are you advocating? What are you doing to support others who may go along on this journey? What do you do?
Yes, I would say I am an advocate.
You sure are. You sure are.
Just like we are doing now. Yes. Had it not been the fact that Springboard goes far, just getting the notice only yesterday, I could have said no. But I said no, I have to go. Because who will I even get for this program within this short period? I've done it at PTA meetings. I belong to Early Childhood Development Centers Association. That's where I first met you and Reverend Fiesta Royal for a conference with E-Toys and more.
Okay.
Yes.
That's many years ago.
Many years ago. We were both looking younger. So I do it a lot. Even within a small space, events, outdoorings, when I'm coming, my nieces will say, Mommy is coming with her talk. And I say, yes, I want to save many more lives.
Amen.
You are lucky to still have me alive.
Yes.
If I'm able to tell many people and they are aware and they go in early if they see any sign, it's going to help everybody. So I do it a lot. As for TV programs, I can say I've gone all around. And sometimes some schools will contact me. I would like you to come and talk to my parents at a PTA meeting. I do it.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for helping to remove the stigma and open eyes about what it is and how you can be helped early. So if you're watching us and maybe you may have noticed this somewhere, either on you, on somebody that is close to you, please encourage the person. It's not a diagnosis of death. It's actually a diagnosis of opportunity that you must take advantage of as soon as possible. Therefore, we'll go for a quick break. When we return, please, you would like what is coming up shortly. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Get ready, Ghana! The Springboard Roadshow 2025 is here, connecting through 16 regions, inspiring 500,000 youth in one amazing experience. Join Comfort Ocran, Reverend Albert Ocran, and other amazing speakers for practical insights, mentorship, training, and real opportunities to shape your future. Entry is free. Dial *718*50# to register now or call 0308-255-775. Follow us on all social media platforms at Springboard Channel for updates. Springboard Roadshow is brought to you by Mastercard Foundation, Springboard Roadshow Foundation and partners.
Welcome back from the break. I hope you are so glued, you really enjoyed yourself so far. And so I want to find out something from Hajia. Hajia, having gone through this and looking at the advocacy work you've done over the years, what do you think the future holds for breast cancer awareness as well as treatment here in Ghana?
I believe what we are doing now, it goes far, so that many more people who do not even have access to either TV or even radio, when they hear about this community talk or advocacy, they will come out and then we get many more people to be aware. And that's breast cancer, when it's detected early, it saves lives. And that there is treatment. And there's also life after breast cancer.
There is life after breast cancer. Yes, indeed. I like that. There's life after breast cancer. So, Doc, in ensuring the life after breast cancer, looking into the future, what do you see when you look into the future, especially with regards to that for men? Because sometimes people just think that breast cancer affects only women. However, I mean, based on my research, I know that it doesn't affect women only.
So men can have breast cancer as well. It's just that it's more common in women.
Yeah.
So if you take 100 people with breast cancer, 99 of them will be women.
Okay.
And maybe 1 or 2 will be men. So that's why when we speak about breast cancer, it's as if we are talking about women only, but men can actually have breast cancer as well. But when it comes to the future, really, I'm looking at a Ghana where no breast cancer patient is lost. because we didn't find the disease early, or because it took too long for them to receive treatment, or because the treatment was too expensive. I'm looking forward to a Ghana where you would, when you speak about breast cancer, it will be, oh, I know about that. I'm looking into a future where the young people are so aware of their breast and what can happen to the breast, that when they find an abnormality, they are quick to go to the hospital, because it's one of the things that can happen. For a long time, breast cancer has been cloaked in this mystery. And we have all kinds of ideas about what it is. It's spiritual. It's because of the brazier you wear. Actually, majority of the people who get breast cancer are because they are females and because they are growing. And these are things you can do absolutely nothing about. And so I'm hoping a Ghana that is so aware of breast cancer that it's
not a myth,
problem.
it's not a mystery. It's a commonplace thing for you to know, as well as if it happens to you,
to know that the outcomes will be good, because we'll find it early. Right? Yeah.
Love that. I love that. I love that. Ghana, where we are healthy because we are aware of the challenges that may come our way, and we know how to challenge to meet those challenges. Thank you very much, Doc. Now, thank you so much for coming on the Springboard Hangout with Comfort Ocran. And Hajia, I'm grateful. I'm grateful to God for your life. I'm grateful that you chose not to sit back, but to be part of the solution, because this is how we bring about solution to our communities, because we are where we remove the stigma, we open the light, and people, I understand that, well, if your friend is having such a challenge, you can support him or her. You can go and see how together you can go and see Doc and get the help that he or she needs as soon as possible. So today that you watched us, what was inspiring? What struck you? And what action will you take going forward after today's program? I hope you can write it in the comments below. And maybe if there's something that we should take it up, we'll turn it up. So please write comments. I'll be expecting and reading your comments very, very closely. And therefore, until we come your way next week with another exciting edition of the Springboard Hangout, know that you are loved. You are blessed. You are the most important person in the whole wide world. We love you. Bye.
Nigeria to Zimbabwe, yeah. Here's where we turn around. Here's where we turn around. Make that change.